Welcome to Geektopia. My name is Adam Carruthers, and this is a segment we call Geek Squad, where I sit around with some friends of mine, and really, in the future, we want you on board as well. How do you take part? Simple. Leave a comment below on a film or TV show that you think we should be watching so that we can do so and then bring you into the conversation the following week for a future episode. Already looking forward to it. So for today, we got Levy, we got Hadis, we got Chief Jantan, we got Aaron, Pradeep Naidu, Pimpy Zach, and also Grumpy Carvin J. And what are we discussing? It is a prequel to the immensely popular The Witcher TV show, which in turn is based off a very popular video game, and also in turn is based off a very popular book from years ago. This is The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf. It's an anime, and I loved it. It was great. It won't take long to watch. It's about, I think, an hour 20, an hour 22 minutes, something like that. That's my take straight away. So let's get straight into Pradeep Naidu today. I want you to go first, buddy. Did you enjoy it? Are you a fan of the Henry Cavill show, the video games, or the books?
Yeah, first of all, I really enjoyed the movie we all watched. But even though The Witcher is so popular, it's not something I've been like a huge fan of. I am aware of the games and the Henry Cavill show, but I haven't really like watched it. And then I went into this movie similar to how I went into Rurouni Kenshin, not really knowing about the law. And the same effect on that. And now I'm a fan of the series. I want to watch this show. I want to play the game. Maybe not read the book lah, but I want to get involved in the law now.
Okay, Mr. Rurouni Kenshin, did you like The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf?
Yes, I loved it and enjoyed it. Why? Because I played the video games. That's number one. Second, I love anime, so it's like the perfect combo for me. And it's just brilliant. But I have to say, Vesemir looks very different from the game. It's like the color of the hair, the personality, I think is a bit different, but I don't know where they want to bring this. But if there's a future one if they're gonna create a new anime, maybe according to this timeline, that would be great to watch. See how Geralt grows up and what he's gonna be lah. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. So yeah, that's my take.
Vesemir, the personality I get though, because he's supposed to be evolving in the show from what we saw at the start to the end, where he doesn't like kids, blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly he's the one in charge. So,
yes. And
losing the one he loves by his sword and all of that. Hadis, the goddess, what about you?
I loved it. Of course. But I mean, the moment the season 1 of Witcher was over, December 2019, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for this, season 2 and the anime, because when you watch the season 1, you get the brief background of how like witchers are made. Like he always talks about what nightmare they went through, and like, how a witcher is made, like what is the torture to become witcher. And when one of them, I don't want to spoil it for you, Parthi, but one of their fellow witcher dies, and like the whole Witcher world that we didn't know much about except Geralt for series version. I'm sure those who play the video games know much more about it. But for a person who watched a series to the movie and the season 2, I think this like filled a really big gap to like continue season 2. Like there was a hole in the season 1, and now it's filled and prepared to like watch the season 2.
Levy, the barometer of all things good and bad. Pray tell.
What did you think? Well, that's because I like The Witcher, the season 1, thanks to Hadis for forcing me to watch it.
Wow.
But I liked it a lot. I like this one. Oh my god, the violence. Ooh, so nice.
Wow.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was interesting. And then when I found out who was the voice of Vesemir, I was like, oh, it's Theo James. Oh my god, Theo James from Divergent. I was like, okay, yay, it's him. So it made me love it even more. But yeah, I liked it. It was very interesting. I knew that one of the kids, I didn't know whether Geralt would appear or not in the show. So when that part came at the end, I was like, I expected one of these kids to be, him, but not the bald one. I thought it was the blonde hair one. But yeah.
All right, let's get to the man that looks like he was drinking urine a moment ago, Chief Jantan. I know it's not urine. I pray to God it's not urine. But what is it? Tea?
It's called tea, dude.
It is tea. Okay, cool.
The Chinese in me.
Is that what you call urine?
Like the little kid at the beginning. What did you think of the anime?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot actually. I'm not familiar with the lore and the game and everything, but this was quite enjoyable.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
That's what she said. Kevin J. Yourself?
Yeah. Okay, so I am very well versed in the lore and stuff like that. But I will prelude by saying that I really like this film. I like how they, took something. I don't know whether this is going to be canon or not, because there's a lot of things that goes against the thing. Like, for instance, the age of the kids, because Geralt is supposed to be the eldest, and then there is the other two. Lambert is supposed to be the youngest, and then Eskel is supposed to be about the same age. But however, Vesemir OP, Reflect got so much power. Reflect
he's so OP.
Yeah, Reflect can fire a whole leg. So I'm just saying, but if you play the games, you've read the books, if you watch the movies and stuff like that, you know that their signs are not exactly super powers. They're not airbenders, stuff like that. But they can do small levels of magic. This one, it showed like super hardcore, like they are like Care Bears like that lah.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, I think I don't know whether this is canon or not to the universe, but it's pretty good. I liked how they made they give you the backstory, but they don't follow the books, because so that you see, like people who don't know the law, they love it. The people who do know the law still can live with this, It's one of those things where I can accept this. This is something new. Okay, fair enough. I also want new information. So it's good.
So finally, Puppy Zach, Pimp Daddy, show your wolf emblem. Come on. There you go. That's a nice wolf emblem.
Spare a coin for you, which one?
Actually, that does kind of make sense that it would be coin and money.
Yeah,
anyway,
it should be. Forget the wolf. They all do it for the coin. For the coin.
If they go down that path, they'll be wearing grills and have cars that bounce up and down. Anyway,
horses
that bounce up and down. Yes. Ding, ding, ding. Anyway, what do you make of the show, buddy?
I have to admit that I only started playing Witcher Part 3 when it was on PlayStation. Didn't get so far into it. I found the game very draggy, but then after like all the Netflix hoo-ha on The Witcher and Henry Cavill being on board, I did some research a la Pertip, right? And I kind of got into it. And after the first season, I was just like, okay, I gotta read more about it, because just having a fantasy action like this is a breath of fresh air for me. Like, I'm talking about like my love for Willow back in the day, so
Willow, Val Kilmer and all that.
Yes, bro.
Damn, you old. Anyway,
Mad Morgan.
You old, dude. 80s film, 1978.
If you don't know, you should watch it.
Well, some of those involves Kevin. I want to get this to you because I think you and Aaron, you've played the game, right?
Yep.
Okay, I want the two of you to answer this, since you're probably more well-versed than anyone here. The people behind the anime said they're hoping for like a season 2 or a spin-off from this, a sequel, whatever you want to call it. What direction could they go with?
Oh, there's plenty.
There's plenty.
What would you like to see in that case?
I think Lambert and Eskel, their journey is usually kind of like a side like they've always been a side story to Geralt. I think that is importantly the this thing, and also the elven mages. The fact that because before even the witches, before the monsters, there's always been elven mages who created all of those. So basically, the elven mages would be an interesting storyline to have. And of course, the story of the kings, because the kings have always been the plot movers across the books, the games, and this thing. So the story of the kings which would be a bit more interesting, especially the king, and not the king. We saw in season 1 the queen, right? But before her, there was the king that kind of made everything into that kingdom of Siri and all that. So yeah, those stories would be great as well.
Hey, Aaron, anything additional to add there?
Kawi made a great point. I mean, in the game there are a few endings. I think Kawi knows there are certain decisions that you make, but I don't know where the studio is going, which direction they're going through. But I would like to see a storyline of I think you guys don't know, but Kawi know the bad ending of Siri. That is what I would want to see lah, but I don't know where would they go lah. Maybe it's a different one because like how Marvel Universe make it, they change a lot of things differently in the comics or so. So we don't know, but I'm keen to see where they're gonna progress.
Let's try and get some ratings in. So Prateek,
I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay. Aaron, buddy, you an anime fan? You like the video game?
We'll give it a solid 8.5.
Hadis, you're the most excited.
Mine is 10.
Well, of course it's a 10. Of course it's a 10. Can I be surprised? No. What about Levy? Who
okay.
did surprise me today with her love for it? A 10?
No. I mean, I'll give it a high score, but it's not a 10. It's not a 10. I'll give it an 8.5.
Wow.
8.5
First
for
time.
you?
This is
Okay.
my most you've given anything.
Yes.
Wow. And surprised as an animation, to be honest. I really am.
Yeah, and then I hardly even watched any animation, but this was good.
Okay. Chief Jantang.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. It's very enjoyable. It's just nice to just sit down and watch something and don't have to worry about Conti and all that kind of stuff,
That's true. Kevin?
I'd give it an 8 as well. I think it's it met my expectations and a bit more. There's some obvious problems, but it's okay. I mean, as long as it's enjoyable for everyone.
Yeah. Papi Zach?
I'm gonna give it 8.5.
I think I'm gonna go with an 8 for this.
Hey,
Watch out.
okay, so this is just a question. If I was going to get the Witcher books, like which one should I read first? Like which one is the first book?
Read it in order lah.
Yeah, lah, I know. Which one is the first book lah? Ass.
Hey, read it in original language, Zach. Austrian.
Oh, in Elven tongue.
In
No,
Elven
in
tongue.
Austrian.
Yeah, that's true. The author. Is he Polish?
Polish, yes.
Polish, right?
yes.
Yeah. Polish.
He wrote it in Polish, Zach. So read it in Polish.
But I'm reading on this PC Gamer. It says where to start with the Witcher books. It says you want to start with The Last Wish.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
I was just gonna say that The Last Wish would be but The Last Wish is basically the short story collections, right?
I don't know. It says Last Wish, Sword of Destiny, Season of Storms.
Yeah.
No, okay. So basically, The Last Wish and the Sword of Destiny is the short story collections. Basically, those are the ones that explain everything.
Right.
Okay, so Blood of Elves is the first book that is a story, right? But then if you go to Tower of the Swallow, that's where Siri comes in also.
Swallow.
All of this sounds as confusing as trying to figure out when to watch, how to watch Rurouni Kenshin. Start with this one first, huh? And then you go with that one, huh? Then you rewind.
I like how you guys are bringing it all back. It's like inside jokes, lah.
Then you gotta throw in the anime
throw
show
it in,
too, and then you gotta play the game, and then you gotta read the comic book, and then you're okay.
You know what? Shawshank sucked.
IMDb disagrees with you.
You are banned from this podcast. Get out.
Yeah. You bugger, you bugger. Okay, that's it across the board, which is quite a rarity, only because of Levy, but we all loved it. And we hope you do as well. Share your thoughts down below, leave a comment, and don't forget, if there's something you think we should be watching, if we haven't done it, if you know something is coming out, let us know, and then join in the conversation after. Not Willow, Zach. Not Willow. Down, boy. Sit, Ubu, sit. That's from a TV show ending. Anyway, signing out for now. Like, share, and subscribe as per usual. Thanks to everybody in this conversation, of course, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.